Today I will begin where Imam reminds about protective system. Uh, let's begin with brain. Let's see the brain and extraordinary protection in comparison with all other parts of the body. And Imam also reminds that brain is the fountainhead of sense perception, so it is extremely secured. If you see from the top, you see the hairs which are like fleecy covering, safeguarding it against heat and cold. Then there is a strong skull. And even after a skull, there are layers of membranes protecting our brain. Uh, Imam says, who then, except Almighty Allah, endowed the brain with such security and protection? Who made the arrangement for its extraordinary protection in comparison with all other parts of the body because of its important status in the body? Then Imam reminds about other parts of the body and how they are secured. I will cover few of them here. If you see eyeball, it is set in a cavity and shaded by the screen and hair to protect it from so many foreign things uh, and from damage. Now look at the heart. If uh, Imam says, who has arranged for its protection by means of ribs, muscles rind, flesh interwoven in such a way as to prevent anything getting to it to cause any abrasion. Imam reminds about epiglottis, who has shaped the two holes in the throat, one for production of sound and other leading to stomach for the entry of the food, and who has placed a flap called the epiglottis uh, over the hole leading to air pipe to prevent food from entering the lungs, which would cause death if not thus managed. Then uh, about ears, Imam reminds, why is the ear patterned intricately as a prison house, except that the sound may be carried to the membrane for detection of sound without damage thereto by the violence of air impact. Then Imam discussed many other protective systems, like how blood is confined in the blood vessels, about the function of nails and sprinters. Imam reminds about how Almighty Allah kept urge, urge for mutual union and made human race to flourish by the method of union. And then Imam tells about the intellect, who had endowed humans with intellect. He would not need intellect if he were not responsible for reward and punishment. The Almighty Creator endowed him with intellect to distinguish between good and evil. The animate beings which are not subject to reward and punishment have no sense of good and evil. Then Allah Almighty created humans as needy. And who created him needy? Surely he who has taken upon himself the responsibility for supplying the needs. For man would not have worked if he had no need to fulfill. If he did not need to satisfy his hunger, why should he have labored? Why should he have taken to business and industry? For example, if he if he does not need to safeguard his body against heat and cold, why should he learn sewing, spinning, weaving, growing cotton, etc.? And in the absence of all this, of what use would have been the organs of actions and fingers? Imam then says, like, can there be such orderliness and method in the absence of planning? Certainly not. May Allah destroy those who claim to be philosophers, but are so purblind in their approach to such wonders of creation and constitution that they deny in the creation of the universe, the design of Almighty Designer, and the will of Master Planner. Then Imam takes our attention towards hairs and nails. They grow and increase in size and need to be clipped. Therefore, they are devoid of sensation to avoid any pain. In case the clipping thereof had resulted in pain, they would have either been left to grow inordinately or become burdensome, or pain would have been inflicted in clipping. At this point, Mufazzal asked Imam why why were they not so designed as to not to thrive to the extent that their clipping would be necessary. To which Imam replied, know, know that troubles and ailments of the body are relieved through hairs coming out of the pores. The fingers get relief of their ailment through nails. That is why a weekly clipping of the nails and removing of redundant hairs must be effected, so that the nails and hairs should grow fast and relieve ailment and troubles. Ailment remains confined in the body otherwise, with consequent pains and diseases. And also note, Imam pointed like there are places where there are no hairs, no hair growth is allowed on part of the body where they would harm man, like eyes. He would have been blinded if hairs grows inside eyes. Inside mouth would not water and food have been hindered if hairs grow inside mouth. And on the palms of hand, would not the sense of touch have been impaired, and would not the same have been interfered in the proper discharge of many tasks? So this is a great ingenuity underlying keeping certain spots of the body hairless. Then Imam says like, could nature have percipience of such subtleties or such well-designed plans to be attributed to it? So consider their affair of creation and see how error and harm of the methods have been avoided while benefit have been secured. I will end here and inshallah continue next time.